page 8 of the financial statements of the...
Just thinking about politics, the responsibility of good governance and the privilege of living in an accountable democracy. Well, reasonably accountable to someone, maybe? Well, that's just a theory, actually. Politician and statesman Winston Churchill famously once said that democracy is the worst form of government, except for all others. That's a bit like saying that New Zealand politicians aren't corrupt and self-serving compared to North Korea. But that's a bit harsh, isn't it? Surely they're not all that bad. Let's be gracious and say that 90% of politicians give the other 10% a bad reputation. It's true that in our sophisticated, cynical society, we find it difficult to accept that those who seek to have power over us actually have our best interests at heart. Can we really trust our politicians to lead us wisely? And if we look at recent voter turnouts, maybe cynicism and apathy are the real winners. Some see that politics has become like a celebrity cult and a popularity contest, a bit like X Factor, except not as interesting. And just thinking, why should we care about politics? Some would say that it seems dull at best, complicated and possibly irrelevant. But if you don't vote, you can't complain. Bad politicians are sent to Parliament by good people who don't vote. We really do get the government we deserve. So maybe we're just not voting for the right sort of people. A healthy democracy surely requires a decent society where well-educated, decent folk like us vote for morally robust, honourable servant leaders for our civil society. Good Christian men and women who are moral and decent politicians, or even grouped together as Christian political parties. So how's that worked out for us so far? With MMP and so many special interest groups getting to have their say, why not the Christian community? Some would say that because politics is so tainted and corrupt, we should remove ourselves and not be of the world, lest we be corrupted by it. In the Bible it says that we should honour and respect our rulers, as they are God appointed, and pray for those in power over us. So how do we respond to politics? With complacency and apathy, or see it as a privilege and obligation? Vote now.